When a modern manufacturing floor is running well, it's a blur of constant motion. Thousands of sensors and actuators working in perfect synchronization. To manage that complexity, we often spend weeks choosing the physical I/O and processor speeds, treating the programming environment as a secondary detail. However, the programming suite is what defines how you actually interact with that hardware once it is bolted to the control cabinet. If your software requires a full facility shutdown just to edit a single rung of code, the speed of the processor becomes irrelevant. In that scenario, the software has become the limit on your production. Your choice of software dictates how vulnerable the plant is to avoidable downtime. To find the right fit, stop evaluating software by its total feature count and start mapping specific capabilities to your facility's tolerance for disruption. We can break this down by looking at 3 specific roles: the beginner or student, the maintenance technician, and the process integrator. For each role, the primary metric is downtime tolerance. You are looking for the software features that provide the best return based on how much stoppage you can afford. Matching the feature set to these specific requirements prevents paying for capabilities you won't use or struggling with a tool that cannot keep up. Consider the first operational scenario, a zero-risk environment used for learning and logic development. A built-in virtual PLC simulator allows you to test ladder logic without needing physical hardware. You can use these virtual memory registers and I/O sliders to trigger inputs and verify that your logic responds correctly before you deploy it. While simulators are ideal for risk-free training, they cannot perfectly replicate real-world mechanical latency or the electrical noise found in an industrial environment. Once you move to physical hardware, the auto-discovery feature maps your I/O modules the moment you apply power. The software identifies the modules in the base and assigns physical I/O tags automatically, reducing setup time and preventing manual errors. Keep in mind that auto-discovery might conflict with specific corporate tag naming standards already in place at your facility. These tools reduce the initial friction of a project, provided you can work within the software's native naming structures. The requirements change for continuous operations, where an unexpected stop easily costs thousands of dollars every single hour. For these plants, hot swapping and runtime transfers are standard requirements. These features allow a technician to replace a module or edit a rung of code while the system remains powered and the process continues to run. To find intermittent bugs, technicians use diagnostic tools like this word histogram to plot variable behavior over time. By tracking these waveforms, you can catch faults that occur too quickly for a human operator to notice. When you need to verify changes, the Project Compare feature allows you to analyze 2 different files side by side. This highlights the exact discrepancies between the offline file and the logic currently running on the CPU, making alterations clear. For maintenance teams, these diagnostic and uptime features prevent a minor component failure from escalating into a significant production loss. As programming needs grow more complex, we see an evolution from basic ladder logic toward advanced function blocks. Traditional ladder logic uses memory bits represented visually as contacts and coils. The CPU executes these rungs sequentially. For example, in rung 5, both the CR1 and CR2 contacts must be closed to energize the motor M1 output. While universally understood, using raw ladder logic for complex math or continuous processes can make the code difficult to manage as the system scales. Integrated function blocks address this by condensing massive amounts of ladder logic into single instructions. These blocks allow you to configure complex mathematical operations within a single window, specifying your inputs, outputs, and time constants directly. For process engineers, PID loop control is a central tool for managing variables like temperature or pressure. Integrated PID blocks provide real-time trend charts to help with tuning, significantly reducing the scan time required by the CPU compared to custom-coded logic. Moving toward function blocks requires more training up front, but it provides a more scalable structure for complex automation. To decide which software you need, map these features onto a quadrant chart based on complexity and downtime tolerance. Beginners and students should prioritize platforms with robust free simulators to practice math and comparison logic without hardware costs. In the maintenance space, the priority is fast recovery. You need features like auto-discovery and Project Compare to identify and fix issues immediately.
Correctly identifying your position on this chart ensures you won't struggle with a tool that lacks the features your facility requires. This leads us to the final quadrant, high complexity with zero downtime tolerance. For a continuous manufacturing process, like a massive high-volume bottling plant, the operational stakes and risks are at their peak. These environments require the full suite: hot swapping, PID auto-tuning, task managers to optimize scan times, and remote alerts for critical events. If your facility cannot afford a stop, but your software doesn't allow for runtime edits, you are using the wrong tool for that environment. Hardware provides the physical capability for automation, but the software you choose determines the operational reality of your plant floor.